Certainly, a college can be a place where revival can occur, where the Spirit moves to touch others in one of the great crossroads, physical and personal and intellectual. It's a place where revival occurs, but how might revival work not just at a college and university, but in a college and university?
I think a lot about abstract thoughts. That's like what I do for a living. There's something interesting about how abstract God is, but at the same time, how concrete Jesus is.
You know, we are all, as academics, sort of constrained somewhat by the boundaries of our disciplines. And so I think for a lot of us, we really struggle to find how do we integrate in a meaningful way Christian faith or worldview into our disciplines.
You know, I think about how my students are going to go out and impact the world. And so I want them to impact the world in a way that would reflect values in the Christian community.
One of the things we hear the most from faculty is what we're calling the double loneliness of being a Christian academic, where faculty members feel alienated because they're Christians on their campuses and in the academy, and they also feel alienated and alone in their churches because the church doesn't value or care for the academic work that they're doing. Part of what we really have a lot of joy in InterVarsity is bringing Christian faculty together to not be alone, to have fellowship, to have community with one another. The vision of faculty ministry is faculty following Jesus together. We would love to see faculty on every campus in the United States and even beyond coming together in community and practicing what we call the 4 faculty loves, which are loving God and one another, loving your campus, loving your academic discipline, and loving our world. One of the exciting ways that we've seen God working through faculty following Jesus together is at the Claremont colleges. Over 40 years ago, our former InterVarsity president, Dr. A, visited and gathered with 4 or so faculty and invited them to pray regularly for their campus.
And I will say that that group, meeting every week, has been a mainstay of my life and work. And one of the things that we consistently prayed for is that there would be more Christian faculty in Claremont. And over the years, that has definitely happened.
The Claremont Faculty Fellowship, I think, has as one of its foci to bring people together who have a common commitment to the university, who love the university, but are also people of faith.
But in InterVarsity, I find people who speak my language, right? Like they're thinking about these things at the same time as being Christian, not just like turning off different parts of themselves.
But I think when a faculty member, if their main motivation is to love God by loving and serving the people around them, students, their fellow colleagues, and the university, then I think we have every incentive to do our work to the very best of our ability and to do that with wholehearted devotion.
There were so many needs right here where we lived. I didn't have to go to another country to meet people's needs. There were people right here who were, in desperate need of someone who could cater to their needs and help them to see the possibilities and the future for them.
You know, it's easier to not have a Christian profile on campus and just sort of compartmentalize and make that your Sunday or your home life or whatever. But you're missing something.
If faculty gather together, who knows what God might do? Who knows what dreams might come out? Who knows how the campus might be influenced by them working together, loving students together, caring about the campus ecosystem.
Calling is for a time, and there's a reason. And if I just sort of live day to day and don't fulfill that calling, then it's kind of like, well, why does God have me here if I'm not going to do what he's called me to do?
What might happen with the kingdom of God on their campus?